I don't think so, honey, if you have bad breath. I cannot stand bad breath. It's like if I say, breathe on me, and I have to recoil, yikes.
Nicole Kidman just threw Alexander Skarsgård completely under the bus by publicly naming him as the co-star whose bad breath ruined their kissing scenes. And the way she tells this story is absolutely brutal and hilarious. As a longtime leading lady in Hollywood, Nicole Kidman has had more than her fair share of on-screen kisses, with everyone from her ex-husband Tom Cruise to the late Val Kilmer. Now she's revealing which smooch left her with the ick, and she's not holding back.
And Skarsgård ate a falafel sandwich before we did.
Appearing on Wednesday's episode of the Las Culturistas podcast, the Australian-American actor bluntly recalled having a hard time kissing her Big Little Lies co-star, Alexander Skarsgård. And when I say bluntly, I mean she called him out by name, told the whole falafel story, and basically made sure he will never eat falafel before a kissing scene again. Kidman made this confession during the I Don't Think So, Honey segment of the podcast, when guests vent about their biggest pet peeve. And Nicole's pet peeve? Bad breath. I cannot stand bad breath, she said. I mean, this is a deal breaker for me. You could be the most gorgeous, gorgeous guy, and you come at me with bad breath, and I'm like, no. The Oscar winner added that if I have to recoil, yikes, I'm out. You could not offer me enough money. Could not offer her enough money. Nicole Kidman, one of the highest paid actresses in Hollywood, is saying no amount of money is worth kissing someone with bad breath. That's how serious she is about this. But here's where it gets absolutely savage. Instead of keeping this vague or anonymous, Kidman brutally named her handsome former co-star Skarsgård as the culprit. When Alexander Skarsgård ate a falafel sandwich before we did the scenes in Big Little Lies, I'm like, no, Alex. I'm meant to be kissing you and into you. Put away the falafel now, she recalled, adding that bad breath does not turn me on. A falafel sandwich. Alexander Skarsgård, the Swedish actor who's been named one of People magazine's sexiest men alive, got called out on a podcast for eating falafel before kissing scenes, and Nicole is telling the story like she's still traumatized by it. Kidman told podcast hosts Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang that the taste of the mouth and the smell of the mouth is very important to her. This is an Oscar-winning actress discussing mouth taste and smell on a podcast, naming her co-star, and making sure everyone knows that falafel breath is unacceptable. Then she added, I'm sure he did not eat a falafel ever again. I said, no more falafel, nope, not before you kiss, not before you make love. Not before you make love. She's giving Alexander Skarsgård life advice about his eating habits before intimate scenes, and she's doing it publicly on a podcast years after Big Little Lies wrapped. Now, for context, Kidman and Skarsgård starred as troubled married couple Celeste and Perry Wright in Season 1 of HBO's Big Little Lies. They both scored Primetime Emmy Awards for their performances, which involved a lot of intense, intimate scenes depicting an abusive relationship. So they had to do a lot of kissing and physical scenes together, and apparently Alexander thought falafel was an acceptable pre-scene snack. It was not. The mental image of Nicole Kidman trying to stay in character as Celeste Wright, pretending to be attracted to her abusive husband Perry, while actually being repulsed by falafel breath, is somehow both hilarious and relatable. Because who among us hasn't had to politely navigate a situation where someone's breath was not great? But most of us don't then go on podcasts years later and name that person publicly. Nicole Kidman absolutely does. What makes this story even funnier is imagining Alexander Skarsgård's reaction when he inevitably hears about this. Here's a man who is objectively handsome, talented, award-winning, and now he's going to be known as the guy Nicole Kidman called out for falafel breath. That's his legacy now. That's what people will remember. And you know what? He probably didn't think anything of it at the time. He probably ate that falafel, went to set, did the scene, and thought everything was fine. Meanwhile, Nicole was internally screaming and planning to tell this story on a podcast years later. While Skarsgård's faux pas apparently left Kidman turning up her nose, she revealed which star she thinks smells the best ever, and the answer is perfect. Rihanna, she gushed. We don't need to unravel it or decipher it. Just know it's all true. It's intoxicating. It is like, I will follow you around. Of course Rihanna smells amazing. Of course. This is the woman who has built a beauty and fashion empire. This is the woman who created Fenty. Of course Nicole Kidman would say Rihanna smells intoxicating and that she would follow her around. But the contrast is incredible. Alexander Skarsgård, falafel breath, absolutely not, deal breaker, would not kiss him for any amount of money. Rihanna, intoxicating, will follow her around, best smelling person ever. Poor Alexander just got absolutely destroyed in comparison to Rihanna, which, to be fair, most people would. But still, the man is out here just trying to live his life. Maybe he was hungry, maybe he loves falafel, and now Nicole Kidman has told the world that his breath ruined their Emmy-winning scenes together. What I love about this story is Nicole's complete lack of filter. She could have said, I don't like bad breath, and left it at that. She could have told the falafel story without naming names. But no, she went full scorched earth. She named Alexander, she specified it was falafel, she made it clear this was a serious problem, she gave him dietary advice for future intimate scenes. This is the kind of Hollywood gossip we need more of. Specific, petty, hilarious, and completely harmless. Nobody got hurt. Alexander will be fine. He'll probably laugh about it, maybe post something on social media about falafel, and everyone will move on. But for now, we have this gift of a story. And honestly, Nicole has a point. If you're about to film intimate scenes with one of the biggest movie stars in the world, maybe skip the falafel. Maybe have a mint. Maybe brush your teeth. These seem like reasonable expectations. The other thing that makes this story great is that it reminds us that even on glamorous Hollywood sets with beautiful movie stars, the same awkward human problems exist. Bad breath is universal. It doesn't matter if you're Alexander Skarsgård on the set of an HBO prestige drama or just a regular person at work. If you have falafel breath, people are going to notice, and they are not going to be happy about it. So, what have we learned today? 1. Nicole Kidman does not tolerate bad breath under any circumstances. 2. Alexander Skarsgård made the mistake of eating falafel before kissing scenes. 3. Rihanna apparently smells incredible. And 4. If you're ever going to kiss Nicole Kidman on camera, skip the falafel, bring some mints, and maybe just smell like Rihanna instead. Alexander Skarsgård, if you're listening to this, no more falafel. Nope, not before you kiss, not before you make love. Nicole has spoken, and the world now knows your falafel truth.
As a single mom, your support means everything to me. Please subscribe for more updates and stories like this. Thank you.